All right, let's get right into it. You've seen that super sharp, clean silhouette that K-pop idols have, right? But when you try it, your hair just kind of puffs out or looks messy. Well, today, that ends. We're going to break down a system that flattens those sides and builds up that height, and you won't even need to step foot in a salon.
And this right here is the biggest mistake. We spend all our energy trying to get the top looking perfect, but the real magic, the thing that gives you that sharp, defined look, it's all about controlling the sides. The frame, that's everything.
So what's actually going wrong here? Look, it's probably not your hair. It's geometry. Most of our hair doesn't just grow straight down, it grows out. And to get that signature K-style look, we have to learn how to fight back against that natural growth pattern.
Okay, look at this. This lays it all out. On the left, that's probably what you're dealing with. The sides bulge out, there's no real shape, it's just hair. But on the right, that's the goal. Flat sides that create this super strong, clean silhouette. And that is exactly what we are building today.
The solution is this idea called the clapboard style. And it's exactly what it sounds like. Think of a movie clapboard, those two flat planes that snap together. We're doing that to your head. We're creating a perfectly straight, vertical line on the sides, which gives us this amazing contrast with the volume and texture we're going to build on top. Because if the sides stick out even a tiny little bit, trust me, the whole look just falls apart.
So how do we actually build this thing? You might be thinking you need some kind of chemical down perm, but you really don't. All you need is a blow dryer and your hand. This is the core of the whole system, and it's called the down press.
And it's honestly this simple. First, you just take your palm and press that side hair down, like completely flat against your head. Then, you grab your blow dryer, set it to high heat but low airflow, that's important, and you blast that spot for 5 seconds. But here's the key. Don't let go. You have to hold that press for another 5 seconds while the hair cools down.
And this right here is the secret sauce. This is the step almost everyone misses. The cooling part is absolutely non-negotiable. See, the heat makes your hair easy to shape, but it's the cooling that locks it into place. If you let go while it's still hot, it's just going to spring right back out. This is where the actual structure gets built.
All right, so our sides are flat. They're locked in. Now we need to create that awesome contrast. It's time to build some height and texture on top. And for this next part, believe me, your choice of product is absolutely everything.
Now let's be clear about the volume we want on top. We are not building some giant old-school pompadour. The goal is what it says here, simple and cool volume. And to get it, you're going to aim your blow dryer right at the roots of your bangs. While you're hitting it with heat, pull that hair up and a little bit forward. That's what creates that modern kind of heavy front that really defines this whole look.
I mean, come on, we've all been there, haven't we? You spend all this time styling your hair, you put some product in, and suddenly it just looks heavy and greasy. Yeah, that almost always happens because you're using the wrong tool for the job.
For this particular look, a matte finish is what we're after, which is why hair clay is your new best friend. Unlike those old-school oil-based waxes that can get shiny or greasy, a good clay gives you insane hold with absolutely zero shine. Oh, and bonus, it washes out super clean and doesn't leave all that gunk behind.
Okay, application time. 3 golden rules. 1. Warm the clay up. Rub it between your palms until it basically disappears. 2, and this is critical, only apply it to the ends of your hair. If you get it on the roots, you're going to kill all that awesome volume we just worked so hard to build. And 3, use your fingers to pinch the tips. That's how you create that sharp, piecey texture.
We are so close. The structure is built, the texture is there. Now it's time for those little finishing touches, the things that take this from just being a haircut to being a really intentional, styled look. So you've got the technique down. The sides are flat, the top is textured, the whole look is clean, but what if you want to push it to that next level? Make it a little more high fashion.
This is such a great pro tip. You can grab a little bit of color clay and just apply it to the very, very tips of your hair. It's not a dye, it's not bleach, it's totally temporary and it washes right out. But it adds this incredible high-impact detail that makes the whole style feel so much more deliberate and polished. It's a game changer.
And really, that's the whole philosophy behind this entire look, isn't it? The final result seems so simple, so cool, so effortless. But as you just saw, every single move, from the down press to the product to those finishing touches, is completely and totally intentional. And now you've got the entire framework to go build it for yourself.